bride.
So this is me, 25, corporate girly, living in Korea, have a 9-to-5 job. My life is quite boring. Reality sucks. So to keep my sanity, I booked a flight to the Philippines. It is so quiet here. There's like nobody at this terminal. I guess I'm flying at a really good time because like there's barely anybody here traveling, so... But hold up, let's backtrack so that I can give you a little context. I was born and raised in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I went to an international school, hence my perfect English. Since I went to the same school my whole life and lived in a small town where people didn't come and go, they just stayed. I basically grew up with the same classmates. My friends and I were so tight-knit because it was a small town, small community. We were in our own little bubble, which brought us closer as years went by. There was no such thing as goodbye until senior year when all of us, since we were all from international backgrounds, went our separate ways to Canada, Singapore, America, Korea for university. From spending 13 years together every day to only meeting once in never truly sucked. But after 7 years from graduating high school, the girls and I reunited at my dear friend Anella's wedding in the Philippines. I've met my girls here and there over the years, but it was the first time in 7 years seeing the members all at once. So it was a pretty big deal. We were all so excited. I was picked up with my friends Sarah and Pat and headed to the hotel where Anella, the bride, was waiting for us. I'm gonna be sharing this room with my friend and her man. So yes. I know you guys might be judging for being a third wheel, but it wasn't even my choice. Yo, I look crusty. I can't wait to shower. Can't believe I'm in Manila. This is nice. We gotta have everything unpacked and in the right places for me to fully relax. Now it feels so good. Everything is in the right place. Let's finally get this crusty ass into a clean ass. Let's do this.
Oh yeah! No, he'll get no. He'll get no. No one will take you. Do your hair. Fix that first. It's good, right? So my dad's like, no, I can fix you. Story behind it. Do you remember? You were the elephant.
Day 2 was our first full day in the city of Tagaytay. Tagaytay. I hope I'm saying that right. My bestie landed with her man in the early morning, so she finally got to say hi to the rest of the girls. It was their first time meeting her man, so this interaction was pretty monumental and a little awkward. I had breakfast next to this grumpy looking girl and laughed and chatted our way through the morning. After filling our bellies, we got ready to do some sightseeing. This trip was booked in advance many months ago because the girls and I had the honor of being the bridesmaid. I don't mean to offend anyone, but to be honest with y'all, I had no expectations coming to Philippines. Maybe because I grew up in Thailand, and the purpose of this trip wasn't about where we meet. It was more of finally reuniting all together and celebrating my beautiful friend Anella for finding the love of her life. But still, I was so grateful that the bride insisted on taking us to a restaurant with the best view. Weather was perfect. Everything was so breathtakingly clear. The lighting was perfect too, so of course we had to.
Let's take a selfie.
We had such a great Filipino food lunch, and Anella paid for all of us. So of course, we had to show appreciation by saying,
Best bride ever!
This was my first ever wedding where a close friend of mine got married. Not only will it forever be memorable because it was the first, it was Anella's wedding. The girl who I know from the bottom of my heart, who deserves to be happy and loved the way her friends and family and now husband showed on her wedding day. There seems to be a spell on my childhood friends where whenever we meet, it feels like we immediately go back in time and become the girls who used to sit around the lunch sala and stone tables to gossip, giggle over cute basketball team boys, take cringy dance videos, make fun of each other's random quirks, talk endlessly about useless topics, but laugh as if it's the funniest thing in the world. The past few days, being reunited with my girls, I learned something about love. Love isn't just about flowers, extravagant gifts, or physical touch. Love is when you feel fully understood without having to explain yourself. Even though being part of each other's daily lives have stopped 7 years ago, I felt so loved being surrounded by my high school friends because I didn't have to explain myself, force a smile, fake laugh, hold back my opinions. I was just able to be, exist the way I want to and was made to be without having to feel sorry or second guess. And that, my friends, is the most freeing feeling in the world. For 3 blissful days, I was in an environment where being myself was enough. My credentials, social status, type of job, none of these mattered for me to receive love and attention from those around me. My friends who have seen the ugliest, most embarrassing, questionable versions of me were still here today. And although we're adults now, they were still capable of making fun of me for falling down the stairs at the restaurant. The wedding was absolutely beautiful. How can it not be when it's for a beautiful couple? I don't get why girls get emotional at weddings, but I was that girl too. Seeing her walk down the aisle with her parents during the father-daughter dance, when Sarah gave her speech, many tears were shed. It kind of felt unreal because when I see Anella, she's just a girl who I grew up with in our small town. But now she has become a wife, someone with family obligations and responsibilities, and a man to spend the rest of her life with. I guess this is what growing up is. Time waits for nobody because since one of us got married, another one is just gonna get married sooner or later, whether I can comprehend it or not. No wonder growing up is scary. But for now, let's think about the positives. I feel incredibly blessed and honored to have formed friendships with people who know how to accept, understand, and love me for who I truly am. Doesn't that feel like something you should be automatically given when you're born on this earth? But knowing that it's rare, I never want to take it for granted. Having people who continue to share interest in your well-being despite the distance, time difference, or long durations of no catch-up sessions is one of the best gifts you could ever ask for. Being able to start right where you left off without having to explain yourself is the type of love and freedom I'm here for. To Anella, I pray that you will be loved the way you deserve to be loved for the rest of your life. I pray that laughter and happiness will overflow in your family, just like how I have countless memories of you making me laugh. I am forever thankful to be alive at the same time as you because, oh man, life would have been so boring without you. So Josh better cherish what he has because you are someone who makes living better. Thank you for being the light and happiness to all of us all these years. To be honest, as a person with a lot of anxiety, I was a tad bit worried about this reunion because what if it's not the same anymore? We've been apart for so long, what if we are just holding on to versions of each other that no longer exist? But this reunion proved to me that the girls and I are not just friends. It may sound cringy, but it's true. We are best friends forever. So, do high school friends last? I don't know about yours, but mine has and will continue to last. Here's a quote that describes exactly how I feel about my girls. When my luck is running out, I look at you and remember the blessings that fell into my life. Thank you for being part of my life. So whose wedding are we going to next? Love you guys.